Can you solve all these Class 10 English Supplementary Chapter 4 A Question of Trust questions? How old was he? You got it. Your choice about 50 is right. Sherry is a dash. Excellent. Dog is a brilliant choice. Where was the safe? Great thinking. Drawing room is the right choice. Who did he live with? Nice work. You chose none of the above, and it is correct. What was Horace fond of? You're right. Books is the correct answer. Where was the safe hidden? Correct response. Behind a painting is the most accurate answer. Horace got dash in summer. Correct. Hay fever is the right answer. Was he able to frighten her? Excellent choice. No is the right answer. What was Horace allergic to? Right again. Smell of flowers is a valid answer. Where had the servants gone? Smart move. Movie is an accurate answer. What does Horace do in jail? Smart pick. Assistant librarian is the correct choice. Did anyone believe his story? Well picked. No is the correct answer. Where was the safe in the room? Great job. Behind a cheap painting is the accurate answer. Where were the house keys kept? Sharp thinking. Hung on a hook is the right choice. Horace Danby was suffering from. Exactly. Hay fever makes sense. Horace Danby did the job of dash. Good job. Making locks works well here. What is the tone of the story? Perfect. Suspenseful and ironic is the correct choice. What is Horace Danby's profession? You chose locksmith, and it is correct. What did he study about the house? Good thinking. All of the above is the right answer. What lesson does the story teach? Right choice. Crime never pays is the best answer. Why did Horace take off his gloves? Strong choice. To light the lighter is the right answer. What is the cause of Horace's fever? Nicely done. Both and B is a solid answer. What did the lady say about his story? Well reasoned. It was nonsense is the correct choice. Horace Danby was about -2 years old. On track. 50 is the correct answer. What is Horace's current job in prison? Solid response. Assistant librarian is a valid choice. How did he come to know about the safe? Well done. A magazine article is the right choice. What color dress was the woman wearing? Clear logic. Your choice red is sound. How often did Horace plan to rob a house? Valid point. Once a year is true. Horace Danby had a business of making dash. Nice selection. Locks is the correct and valid answer.
What did everyone think about Horace Danby?
Bravo. Both of these is the answer. What made Horace sneeze during the robbery? correct response. Dust in the room is the most accurate answer. Who is the author of the question of trust? Strong choice. Victor Canning is the right answer. Why does Horace Danby commit theft once a year? Clear logic. Your choice to buy rare books is sound. Where did the family who lived in the Grange go? Perfect. London is the correct choice. The name of the house Horace was going to rob was? Nicely done. Shotover Grange is a solid answer. Where did Horace decide to make a theft this time? Nice selection. Shotover Grange is the correct and valid answer. The name of the dog in Shotover Grange is Sherry. You're right. True is the correct answer. What is the central theme of question of trust? Valid point. Trust and betrayal is true. Name the writer of the story A Question of Trust. Excellent choice. Victor Canning is the right answer. What did Horace forget to do while opening the safe? Correct. To wear gloves is the right answer. What was the piece of evidence against Horace Danby? Solid response. His fingerprints is a valid choice. How many times did Horace Danby make a theft in a year? Well reasoned. Only once is the correct choice. Where had the servant at Shotover Grange gone that afternoon? Or you chose to the cinema, and it is correct. How dash people are when they own valuable things, Horace thought. Sharp thinking. Foolish is the right choice. What was Horace's weakness that he used the money from the robbery for? Right choice. Rare and expensive paintings is the best answer. Fill in the blank. There were about £pounds worth of jewels in the Grange safe. Great thinking. 15,000 is the right choice. What literary device is most evident in Horace being a lockmaker who turns into a thief? Excellent. Irony is a brilliant choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Exactly. Contact Narayan Changdar on Facebook. Makes sense.